I wanted to play a game that gives you the feeling that you're in a crime movie where you shoot bunch of enemies in a cool fashion. So I decided to create Bash the Party. I will create a Tarantino movie atmosphere with cutscenes and dialogues, and the player can move quickly and shoot the enemies like John Wick do. So this is one of the secondary characters in the game, Slim Charles. I'm just finishing up the final fixes on his model. I've picked up a character style using Grant Abbitt's tutorial. I will leave a link, which turned out to be pretty good for the style I'm going for. And I'm using a flat colored low poly style, and I'm creating base models so I can create more characters and NPCs easily from that base model. The game will be in a new retro setting. You will definitely see a bunch of neon lights and 80s atmosphere, so Retropunk would be a good term to classify the game. I'm just using Blender to create the characters, and I'm rigging them, usually using the Mixamo to create animations for the characters, but for the specific stuff I want, I don't use Mixamo and I just manipulate the rig myself to create animations in Unity. In the style I'm using could be created with these steps. Just get a reference photo from internet, create an icosphere for every part of the body: hair, head, neck, chest, core, left arm and leg. Duplicate left arm and left leg to create right counterparts, then just rig it and get yourself a fully customizable character. And finally, this base model is completed and I will create more characters from this base one. I want to make characters talk with player about the city and events, so I needed a dialogue system. For dialogues, I'm using different JSON files for each level, because otherwise one file would contain all the dialogues in the game, which would be so hard for me to manage. I'm not sure if this is something that should be optimized, but I think this is more natural and optimal way to do this. Language manager I created takes JSON file of every app, then parses it. Then the translate function takes the language of the game, the character that is talking, and the key to return a translation. So for example, if we are in the party episode and the game's language is Turkish and the character that is talking is the bartender and the key is greeting, it will return this string. I'm using character and conversation scripts to manage dialogues. Character script contains the name and the subtitle color of the character, and conversation script contains all the conversation keys of that character. It uses a sphere collider to decide if player is close enough to start a conversation. So the game sets in 2086 in a metropolitan called Retro City. It's one of the largest cities in the world. It's a large financial hub and most of the tech companies based here. And it's one of the most fun cities. There are a lot of ways to have fun, and people who lives in this city surely loves to have some fun after their long day. The city popular with its night scene. There are a lot of nightclubs to go. Story starts when a new drug company called Syntax enters the city and starts to sell its legal drug Syntoxin in pharmacies. The drugs spread in city so quickly that whole city swarms with Retro City residents who use Syntoxin daily. And the company deals with nightclubs to sell Syntoxin inside the clubs, and they protect their business with seemingly endless henchmen they got against the other drug dealers of the Retro City. So this is it for now. See you at another devlog. In next video I will talk about weapons, enemies, the gunplay, animations, and unique John Wick style shotgun reload system that I created. There is a lot of things I will add to this game, and if you want to follow my journey on this game, you should subscribe. I will see you on the next video.